Hey, Real Nerds listeners, there's many ways you can interact with the Real Nerds podcast. You can email us at realnerds@gmail.com. You can hit us on Twitter @RealNerds. You want to check us out on Facebook? You can. Just look for Real Nerds Podcast. You want to leave us a voicemail? Just call 720-6NERDS5. You want to listen to our episodes? You can check us out on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd
doesn't talk film. I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, officially your official podcast for all your movie needs. I am Ryan, and I'm joined with Brad.
Hey.
How's it going, buddy?
Just, work.
Yep.
Just, I've been dreading Instacarting, for Thanksgiving, and it is not disappointed.
Is it busy and people are really understanding and they totally hook you up with tips and stuff? And it's like a warm hug every time you do a delivery.
Totally. That's the exact description of what I'm going through.
I had a feeling that's exactly how it was going to go.
No, it's more like, hey, this thing's out of stock. This thing's out of stock. Yeah, you waited till 2 days before Thanksgiving to get it. Of course, it's out of stock. And there's a lot of things that I'll tell the customers out of stock, and then my next batch it'll be at the next store. You're just like, why can't they just have the same stuff all the time?
That's too easy, my friend.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah, work. Nothing that exciting.
So I tell them oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I usually don't work Tuesdays, but one of my coworkers is going to some metal show, and she asked if I'd work her shift today, so I said, sure. Yeah. Every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we see a new movie, and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, we had a delicious meal presented to us by The Menu. Stay tuned, because we'll tell you if we recommend the film or not, and then review it and spoil it and talk about it. We also talk about the big movie news of the week and the one thing we recommend that you should watch or read or whatever you want it to be. I'm not strict on that part yet, because it's really only been you and I for the last month. So
yeah, that's what's cool about this show. Is it's flexible. When people need their time, we give it to them, and we keep on rolling up regardless.
That's what we do. So yeah, I like your poster for your short film you made.
Thanks.
It's very Herbert Westy.
Yep, exactly. That's everyone who's familiar with Reanimator has picked up on it. So I did not intend it, but it I could see myself vaguely appropriating it.
Yeah, but the logo's cool. I like the little leaf you put on the font.
Thanks. I actually thought about a really cool t-shirt design today too, so hopefully I'll get that made.
Nice.
It's usually not 4 points t-shirts.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that then.
Printing it is another story. I have $300-$400 lying around for 12 shirts.
Why not?
Yeah, just spent a decade throwing a bunch of shirt purchases on my credit card like that I never paid off, so now I'm paying for it.
Well, you didn't win the Powerball?
I didn't. Did you?
I did, but I'm just not telling anybody, and I'm still living my life as.
No, that's smart. Yeah, definitely. Put your life on the line as a police officer instead of just enjoying that money.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to do. That's what. That's not what you're supposed to do.
No, you don't want your family members coming in and trying to, grift you for everything you got, right? Or your podcast friends. You don't want them to know because
Yeah,
they
that's
just hit
really what it is. I don't
they,
want.
they would just hit you up for Blu-ray and T-shirt printing.
Yep, that's all they would want. I was like, God, that's all
Come
I
on,
am for you guys. I'm just a goddamn ATM.
come on, Ryan. You have $1 billion. You can give me $300 to print some shirts for a movie you didn't participate in, right?
Fine. Yeah, no, it's like, man, could you imagine winning $1.5 billion?
I can't imagine it. It's the only time I'll ever experience it is imagining it.
Yeah, did you see who won it?
I just heard it was some guy in California.
Yeah, it's the father-in-law of former Denver Bronco.
The rich only get richer.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, well, I guess you have to play though. I never really play it, so I guess that's a problem.
Well, I feel like by the time I ever win, I will probably have spent $1 million trying to play it. So, yeah. But
Yeah, I'm not a good gambler. When I was in Vegas, I didn't even play this last time, and I don't know. I've never been into it. Have you ever been into gambling?
no, I mean, once or twice, like when I first, went to Blackhawk or something, it's like, oh, cool, slot machines and whatever. But when you lose really quickly, it kind of, yeah, it turns me off to like, as someone who doesn't have a ton of disposable money, like it's just like, oh, I could have spent this somewhere else, something more meaningful. So yeah, I just,
Yeah, it's the funny thing too is I don't play the right way. Well, people tell me because I only do the minimum bet. So every time I win, it's not how I'm supposed to win. But then it makes, the $30-40 I put in the machine go a little further
hmm.
because I'm not for the, spending $3-4 every time you push a button. I'm more of the 50 cents every time I push it.
Yeah, that stuff adds up. I'd rather, I don't want to look back and say I blew $20, in a slot machine rather than to spend $20 at like a movie ticket or something.
Yeah. Or, I got Wally 4K today. I think that's worth more.
Oh man, that's another thing that pisses me off about today. I had mine ordered, but I have to pick it up in Aurora because so few Barnes Nobles around here actually have it in stock in store. And I missed like my window to go get it because of an order I was on.
Oh, damn. You didn't order off Amazon?
No, I did the Barnes Noble 50% off. Are they doing that
I
same thing on Amazon?
Yeah, I got it for $25.
4K. I was like up late last night trying to get like a store in the Denver area to have it so I could go pick it up. And yeah, Amazon never crossed my mind because I thought it was a Barnes and Noble sale.
So you have to be, well, some of the criterions on Amazon will not be half off, but a lot of times the new ones will be. So just always remember if there's a criterion you want in July or November, check Amazon first.
Well, I'll
Because,
try to remember that 6 months from now.
yep. Yeah, I mean, I ordered it anyways because I wanted to make sure I had it. And I mean, the packaging's beautiful. So
Is it the plastic case or the paper case?
it's paper.
Nice.
It's really thick too. I think there's like 3 or 4 discs. I think maybe it's 3 discs. I think the on the Ultra HD is the movie, and then there's 2 discs of bonus features.
Nice. I can't wait. Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
like a difference of 10 minutes, I probably could have gone and got it, but they close at 8, which is,
Yeah. The one thing after the pandemic, I've noticed a lot of places close a lot earlier. Do you remember when Barnes and Noble used to be open till 11?
yeah. I remember when a lot of things were open late. When we were in
Yep.
high school, a lot of fast food was open till like 2 a.m. and
Oh, yeah.
you could go to Home Depot after midnight.
Yep.
But yeah, as years went
Yep.
on, they just scaled back hours because brick and mortar, like I driving around, I'm so frustrated that they're still building like new strip malls.
Hmm.
It's like there's plenty of empty ones. Like, do you really need to like take up all this land with new brick and mortar? Like, doesn't seem like they're expanding.
Yeah. Well, now the new thing is you have, I don't know, like a GameStop on the bottom, and then you put apartments above it. So they get like the double the money. I know that's what they're doing here in Idaho Springs. They're the football field that used to be off the highway there. they built a new high school and the new football field up in Evergreen, basically. And so now they sold that and they're converting it into shops on the first level and then apartments above it.
Yeah, I don't mind as much because the actual land taken up, at least it's like the residential will definitely always be in use. But
Yep.
like Old Town Arvada, they dug up this lot and it's just more like like where the RTD drop off is.
Yeah.
It's just more of the same, like one level storefronts, and you're just like, this place doesn't have that much already. Like you're really putting like it should be residential at least.
Yeah. I don't care.
It's just Anywho, back to Land Nerds podcast.
Yeah. This week we saw The Menu. Brad, do you recommend The Menu?
I do. I thought it was pretty fun and interesting. I did feel like there was something missing from it, but we'll have to get into spoilers to talk about it. But there's a couple things I didn't like, but overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I feel like I knew what was going to happen in it. I never was surprised. But the performances are really good, and it's pretty like witty. And it's a good deconstruction of class and what's important in life. Here's the trailer for The Menu.
Is that going to fit everyone?
Yeah, easily. 12 customers total.
How do they turn a profit?
$12.50 a head, that's how.
What, are we eating a Rolex?
It's one of his classics. You have to try the mouthfeel of the mignonette.
Please don't say mouthful.
Tonight will be madness.
Welcome. We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
Welcome to Hawthorne.
Here we are family. We harvest, we ferment, we gel.
They gel.
We gel.
He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller. The game is trying to guess what the overarching theme of the entire meal is going to be. You won't know till the end.
Who are you?
I am Margot. Why do you care?
I have to know if you're with us or with them. This menu,
The pictures, they're of us.
this guest list.
How did he get these? It's not good.
This entire evening.
This is just theater, it's stagecraft.
We're leaving now. Has been painstakingly planned.
This is real, isn't it?
What the hell is going on?
We now offer you a 45-second head start. Okay, 45 seconds starts now. This is what you're paying for.
Get out of my way.
It's all part of the menu.
It's okay.
No, we're gonna die tonight.
Yes, we are.
Happy birthday to you.
You told him it was my birthday?
Seemed funny about 3 hours ago.
I mean, the trailer actually kind of lays out the film pretty well. It's a group of people that go to this really exclusive island / restaurant / experience to eat. And it's put on by a really pretentious chef and kind of a cult of people that follow him. And when they go to dinner, it slowly devolves into something a little more sinister, I guess. For lack of a better word.
You find out the chef has basically had a nervous breakdown and he's punishing his customers for it.
Yeah, because you have like a lot of the people are pretentious and they kind of poke fun at the Instagram generation. You know what I mean? Like the how do you call them, foodies, I guess?
Yeah, I guess. But that's like one aspect of it because he also takes to task the like the older generation for eating in his restaurant, but like not appreciating it either.
Yeah, because it's basically a breakdown of
It's
the
like an hour
head
and a half
chef's
of
character.
it's an hour and a half of like class shaming.
Yeah, because they have the past, like a movie star who's no longer a movie star. God, who else is there?
There's like an older couple who's there like a bunch of different times, and one like the
Yeah.
husband is having an affair with somebody. There's a bunch of like tech bros who are
Thank you. Yeah.
friends of the guy who owns the restaurant, technically.
Yeah.
There's one other like his mom's there, the chef's mom.
Yeah, and I mean,
And there's the reviewers.
yeah, and the Anya Taylor-Joy who plays Margot, she's I guess we're in spoilers. She's not really who she says she is. She's actually an escort. But I guess that's the twist too with I'm so bad at remembering fucking people's names. Hank McCoy.
Nicholas Holt's character.
Yeah. Tyler, thank you. Slowly coming back to me.
Tyler's a super fan of the chef, and he invites Margot, and you quickly learn that his like probably a girlfriend or other girl on the side was supposed to go, and then Margot realizes that when she gets there, she thought she was his girl, and so it's already like off on the wrong foot. And then the people at the restaurant didn't expect her either, so like they have this plan. They're sort of off put by her, so she's making everyone in the film uneasy. And she also has a connection to the old couple.
Yeah. And she doesn't eat the food, which kind of pisses off Slowick,
Chef Slowick, yeah.
So it's it's interesting. Because she kind of sees through all the
pretentiousness of it.
Yeah, exactly. And towards the end, when you find out she's Erin as her real name, and
from Boston.
Yeah, she just really wants the only thing she wants to eat is a hamburger and French fries. She wants to strip it of all the pretentiousness and the gel, and
she only wants it because she figured out a way to get out of the predicament, because we haven't said that the chef has invited everyone there to kill them, and they have to sit through it and and enjoy all the courses up to the eventual demise. And unfortunately she's a part of that, but she finds a way by digging through his past to trick him into letting her go.
Yeah, because I mean, he's as a character, he's really lashing out on everybody, and Ray Fiennes is great in it. He's lashing out on them, but he also he believes his own hype, and so when Margot / Erin challenges him, he kind of reverts to that. Well, I'll show you. I can even make this really good.
And he's also like reached the end of his career where he doesn't feel challenged. So her challenge of, hey, go back to basics and do this really simple thing that's not basically all the courses he provides for everyone is like food absent. So when she actually provides something that has some substance to it, he kind of enjoys it, and that's how he convinces him to let her go.
Yeah, I do like all of Ray Fiennes' kind of, I don't know if you'd say, I guess they're monologues, throughout the course of the film are fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fun movie. I don't know. Were you ever like shocked by anything you were watching? Or did you have a pretty good idea as you were watching it was going to unfold?
I wasn't shocked. I was hoping there was more of a. I was hoping for more of a surprise. You know, about three-quarters of the way through when I realized, oh, this is really just his mental breakdown, and you're just watching him punish people. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
there's nothing more to this. And I did enjoy how Margot figured out a way to get out of there, and how the rich people just accepted their fate finally.
Yeah.
But I did understand, like Chef had this assistant who kept everyone in line, and then when Margot, gets the direction to go get that barrel, like she follows her there, and then like
Oh yeah.
feels threatened that Margot's going to replace her, and I'm just like, well, you committed to dying with everyone else in Chef. Like, why do you care if she replaces you? Because the end game of this, like, you expected to die tonight, right? Like,
Yeah, and I don't know the lady who plays Elsa, but she's really good.
yeah. And then also like Margot, like, so the restaurant has a duplicate in the chef's home, and when Margot goes get the barrel from the chef's home, she tries to she goes inside the forbidden door,
hmm
and I'm just like, okay, well, is that room also recreated in the restaurant? Because when she first got to the restaurant, they made a big deal about her, like, you can't go into that one because there's something special in there, but she went into the other one.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm like, why does the restaurant have the same thing? Like, why is that one special?
Yeah, you're right.
So that was confusing. But yeah, and all the food, absent or not, was really beautiful. Like, I like their little interstitials where they describe the course, and then it'll have like a fun thing of like, I forget what they were, but they had like a little additional things like did not sit well with her. Yeah, I forget what they were, but they had like little PSs to them that were really funny.
Yeah, God, I can't remember either, but it's a fun movie, and I like that it moves pretty quickly. I don't think it really drags.
Yeah.
I guess my one thing is I wish it was more of, the most dangerous game and is more like hunting people, but that's just the horror element in me that I want to see.
Or more specific, like,
Yeah.
overall, it's pretty, like, the tech bros, like, their story kind of resolves pretty early on. Like, they end up just being along for the ride after they discovered like their bank accounts are on the tortillas, and then they just complain the rest of the time. And then, the only reason John Leguizamo is like being killed is because like he didn't like his performance in a movie. So I was like, it doesn't feel like the same level of scrutiny that the other people there are going through. So it was kind of, I don't. That's one where I don't think he should be here, but
Yeah, because like some of the people, you get it. Yeah, you're right. But the other ones, like even, I mean, Nicholas Holt's character, kills himself. Just like, okay.
I actually thought that was pretty brutal. Like, he said something that they couldn't even put on screen that convinced him to go inside the food closet and hang himself. Like, ooh, wow, okay. But yeah, it just felt like, what could possibly...
he worked so hard to be part of them, you know what I mean?
Well, did he work hard? Because if he had worked hard, he probably would have impressed them. But Chef exposed just how much just following him on TV and socials isn't going to turn him into this, chef even close to his level. So,
what I mean is like, it was months of corresponding with him. So,
and knowing that he was going to kill everyone there too. So
true.
Like he said, like, I told you everyone's going to die tonight, and you agreed to come, and like you dragged Margot into this on purpose.
Yeah, I guess,
which I thought was awesome. Awesomely like devastating to like hear from him.
Yeah.
And like poor Margot's just like, I can't believe I fell for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't buy that entire chef's crew would be on board with this. Like, that's a lot of people to be like,
I know.
Yeah, let's all die for this guy tonight. Totally.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Very like culty.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's what it's supposed to be too, I guess, right? I mean, that they're part of this cult that of worshiping a chef. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but yeah, there's a couple things where I was like, this doesn't add it for me, and this seems excessive. But yeah, I just wish there was more of a more mystery to it, I guess.
Yeah, more meat on the bone.
Hey, there you go.
But it's still
Send it
entertaining.
back.
Like, yeah, like I had fun watching it. I mean, I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. I guess I just wanted more.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's different. I mean, it's always interesting to see different films, and I mean, there's nothing else we could really watch, so it works out well. Cool.
Unlike this week where we're starting to get a ton of stuff to watch.
I know, but I think this week will help because besides Avatar in December, I don't know how much more there is really.
Yeah, you probably stretch this week out for a couple. So, because we got Fablemans and Strange World and something else.
Yeah, I'm looking. Bones and All.
Bones and All. Yep.
Devotion, which
Sure.
I actually heard is good.
Yeah.
And then the next week is Violent Night, which I think looks really fun.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
But then I don't know, what is Empire of Light?
Oh, I think 2 weeks ago on the podcast, it was the one I saw at the Denver Film Festival with Olivia Colman and
Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
Sam Mendes.
Like
Yeah.
it sounded familiar. That's the only one opening the week before Avatar. So
Yeah.
we can have a few spread out. And the good thing about December is everything, plays for a while. Well, what am I talking about? Puss in Boots opens the same week as fucking Avatar.
Oh, screw Avatar. We're seeing Puss in Boots.
Dude, Avatar is 3 hours and 10 minutes, but so is Babylon. So, I mean, well, whatever. That should take us to the end of the year.
Well, Babylon has Margot Robbie, so.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely see it.
That Avatar doesn't have that.
No, I mean, I'll see Avatar too. But I think it's interesting that it's considered, a film, but every preview I've seen, it just seems like a huge animated film. So I don't know. And like Cameron is starting to do the media rounds because he has to. And I go, man, this guy is such an ass clown. And I mean, he makes cool movies. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Yeah, Terminator 2 is like one of the greatest ever.
Oh yeah, I think Aliens is great. I think the first Terminator is awesome, but he is definitely full of himself. And I mean, there's the making on, if you get the Aliens anthology, there's a making of Aliens where the crew's going to quit because he's such an asshole. And I'm like, dude, and he even mentioned in an interview I was reading a couple days ago that he says, yeah, it's kind of mean in a long time ago, but now I'm not as mean. I said, dude, really? That's like your thing, is you get off being an asshole? What a douche. And I still think that he must have some dirt on like every studio in Hollywood, because the way that he just placate to him. He even said in an interview on the Hollywood Reporter that the Avatar: Way of the Water needs to be the fourth or fifth highest grossing movie of all time to turn a profit.
It's quite a gamble.
Which means it has to make like $2.1 billion. So,
it might. I read the comments, and there's people out there that are super psyched about this.
I know. Do you think that maybe I just missed the boat on it? I don't know. I'm going to watch it again this week or maybe next week before we see it, because I don't remember liking the first Avatar that much. But
yeah, it came out when we were just like turning into our 30s, and I think the people who were nuts about it probably saw it when they were in high school, like 18, 20. So yeah, I think all this time has passed, and it'd probably be a nostalgia buy for them.
Oh yeah, you might be right. I mean, I know I've said this before on the podcast, but I've never purchased it. My dad gave me his Blu-ray because he was getting rid of his Blu-rays, and there it sat on my shelf for years, never moved.
I've never seen it, so.
Oh, I mean, if you go on Disney Plus right now, there's a whole freaking like subsection devoted to it.
Block out 3 hours for Avatar 1 or watch more reruns of The Office. Tough call. What am I gonna do? Definitely gonna be those Office reruns. Huh?
You know what's fun is I'm so good at segues. Here's the big news story of the week.
It's real news.
So Disney shook up their CEO. They told Bob Chapek to get out, and Iger, you're back in, bro, because the other guys ruined our Disney brand.
I guess I wasn't following closely enough. What did he do that was wrong?
Well, he see, when you're in a performance-based business like Disney, you need to make sure that you're making money. And when you don't make money and you have lots of controversies behind what you've done, you're not going to last. And it's the board members can get rid of you. So if the board members think you're not doing what's best for the company, like they thought for him, they told him to get the fuck out. So he was really.
Well, how was he not making money though? Because it seems like Disney's a foolproof money making brand.
Yeah. So they here, let me get to, because I don't want to misquote. When Iger took over in 2005, Disney's market cap was $55 billion. And then it rose to $260 billion in January of 2020, and then fell to $167 billion. I mean, that's still tons of money, but you cost them $100 billion. And there's also rumblings throughout, well, not really rumblings, true facts, that Chapek's reputation amongst like people that work in the industry took a really big hit when he feuded with Scarlett Johansson. Remember that? And she, about the day, and so they released Black Widow on Disney Plus and in theaters, which she said cost her money, and they kind of didn't tell her about it. And she filed a lawsuit against them, and she ended up settling with them by, I mean, I don't know if there's more Black Widow things, but she's going to be a producer on Marvel stuff. So, and they had to pay her something like $60 million, if I remember right. So, I guess really he fractured relationships within the industry. And he also was really slow to react to Florida's laws about, that don't say gay bill or whatever they call it, and not really being a strong leader in a company that, if you have the opportunity, you're going to turn a profit. And I mean, Disney Plus is hemorrhaging money, and which I've always said, I mean, they have something like 254 million subscribers, which is a lot, but how do you monetize streaming? It's all through the revenue of people who pay monthly. But, you can say the streaming numbers are really high, but you're not generating money after the fact. So, I don't know. I think it's a big issue. And I think in just the last year or so, I think we've seen the fallout of streaming, where eventually it hits a certain high and it can't get any higher. And
plus, Disney doesn't have a variety of programs because they limit themselves to mostly family friendly stuff. So, all the other ones have a lot of different audiences they can cater to. And Disney is, just got like National Geographic, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars.
Which you saw they've tried lately, because now if you want adult content on your Disney Plus, you have to have a password, which is fine. But they just started putting, Deadpool and things like that on, and even like PG-13 movies.
Yeah.
which you actually need a parental like lock on. Even stuff like Turning Red, I had to watch on mine because on Kellen's it wasn't on there because it deals with girls and their periods, which is bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know why you need a lock for that, but okay.
Yeah, so I think with him it's just a lot of missteps and not understanding exactly what people want. While Disney is still profitable and getting through the pandemic was probably a pain in the ass. But if you don't lead the right way and people lose faith in you as a leader, then you're fucked. So they bring a guy back who everybody likes. Now is the big news story of the week, which took a really shocking turn. And they're obviously right because when they reinstated Bob Iger, their stock like soared. So,
well, that's like saying you're going to make a new Star Wars movie.
Yeah, but Bob Iger's like beloved in the industry. So
yeah, he oversaw all those Star Wars and Marvel acquisitions. So
exactly, and the 20th Century Fox one.
But what else is there to acquire? So it should be interesting to see if he can. His second act. What's his second act going to be to turn things around?
Yeah, I mean, he has his work cut out, but
I heard the parks are hurting.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
That's not true.
No, I mean they might be, but I mean I know they keep on reaching like capacity and stuff, but they're also raising the prices. So I mean they're going to eventually price people out if they're not careful.
That's what I heard was the problem is they're basically pricing people out. Only the wealthy can go.
Yeah. So
did we talk about Kevin Conroy last week for our big news story? I can't remember.
Kevin Conroy passing away is well, I know for you too. I mean, Michael Keaton was obviously our first Batman. Personally, I mean, we had Adam West and stuff, but Michael Keaton was the first Batman I remember identifying with. But the Batman I hear when I close my eyes and read comic books is Kevin Conroy. His performance is, I mean, second to none.
Iconic.
And I know, and I love learning that his favorite episode of the animated series is what a lot of the producers and writers is too, in which episode we've talked about a lot is Perchance to Dream. Which he liked it because he was able to be, happy Bruce Wayne and kind of go through the emotions in one episode. And I agree. And we've talked about it before, is an episode where can I read in my dreams?
I know.
And I think I can, but then I also saying, am I just remembering thinking that I'm reading in dreams? You know what I mean?
Right.
And it gave the Mad Hatter a cool story, and he was never really that cool of a villain before. But one of my favorite panels I've ever done, and you were there, Brad, is that year that he came to Denver Comic-Con. He was in that huge room, and it was full, and I gave him our Real Nerds 2014 shirt because it was
right.
Batman themed. And I'll never forget that. I like to get there early in case, the celebrities have any requests that they, hey, can you talk about this project I'm working on or something like that? You know what I mean? So I always go through that the same way of, hi, I'm Ryan. I'm your moderator. Is there anything you'd like me to talk about, not talk about? Did you want me to talk the whole time, or do you want me to turn it over for a Q&A? The standard, I think, Comic-Con questions. And I have done, I don't know, Brad, how many panels do you think I've done? At least 50, 60 panels?
Yeah.
Maybe in the hundreds. I don't know. But I I can count maybe on one hand the celebrities that were there early. And I'm not saying it's their fault. Sometimes it's hard for them to like leave their signings, or they're always probably stopped and stuff like that. So I got there early like I always do, and I went behind the stage, and I remember he came around the corner, and I did I'm a huge fanboy. Like, I love the animated series. So I try to be cool, and I said, hey, Mr. Conroy, I'm Ryan. I'm, doing your panel. And he answered me in like, not Batman, but Bruce Wayne's voice, where he said, well, thank you, Ryan. And I said, hey, we have this Goofy shirt too, if you want it. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you. And he probably threw it away when he left the stage, and that's fine. But that he was that gracious when I gave it to him.
He
And
used it to clean his shoes at the airport.
Yeah. And then threw it away. That's fine. But he was like so gracious, and I remember he was so funny. And I had this little nugget that I was gonna tell him or ask him about, was when I was doing research for the panel, I learned that he attended Juilliard and he was also an opera singer. And like one of the last things I asked him was about, I made sure I was the last question that was asked of him, because everybody did their thing, and he was so funny and nice. And then I brought up him being an opera singer. And Brad, you remember when he totally busted out in full opera singing mode, and everybody got quiet. And then when he was done, the whole place just blew up and cheered, and it was awesome.
I got to film that thing, so I probably have it on camera somewhere.
Yeah, you should try to find that. I mean, it's one of the coolest panels I've ever done. He was so nice, and it's just, I don't know. It's one of the ones I enjoyed the most, just because of who he was and how much he meant to me growing up. I mean, I used to watch the cartoon at night when it debuted, and then when it was on reruns, I mean, I watched it constantly, and I still watch it. I freaking love that. I think it's the definitive version of Batman. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have anything to add, because I know Batman's kind of your guy.
Yeah, like you, in the early 90s, I watched that religiously, and obviously I didn't get to, meet him like you did, because I was out in the audience just filming, but it was still cool to see him, and he seemed like a cool guy, and just I assumed he was older, but yeah, 66, man. That's
young.
Not much older than us. And
no, and I mean, that's why, cancer sucks. It's interesting, Chadwick Boseman also had cancer, and he kind of died quietly, and so too did Kevin Conroy. They never said anything. In fact, I mean, he was still voicing Batman in the cartoons and in the video games.
Yeah.
So he kept it to himself. He also wrote a really great story. He's also a gay man, and he wrote how coming out was hard for him, but how being Batman helped him gain confidence. It's a great story. You can pick it up. It's in I have the comic. Give me a second so I can give people the correct information. But yeah, it's just like you lose someone so like iconic is tough.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it until people said it, but he got to play Batman the most on film and TV,
Yeah. Cool. So it's in DC Pride, which so it's a really cool basically anthology book that they have, where it highlights LGBTQ plus people, and a lot of the creators on it are from that community, and they each tell a story, and his story is called Finding Batman. And it's just a really heartwarming story, and that he wrote, that you should definitely check out. And I would just say check it out. It's the DC Pride 2022, and it came out, man, not even that long ago. It came out in June. So I mean, if you have an opportunity, pick it up because the rest of the stories are great too, and his story is really personal and freaking touching and amazing. So yeah, seek that out as well. Hero to so many people.
Yeah. So I just remembered another tragedy tangentially related to us at Denver Comic Con. The Green Ranger died this week.
I know.
This one, a suicide.
I know. That stuff is always sad. Yeah,
but yeah,
I
you
did that panel as
Jason
well.
David Frank. Yeah.
I did a huge panel. It was like their 25th anniversary, I think. With him and Amy Jo Johnson, and he was funny and nice, and it's just another one where it's, the suicide thing is heartbreaking, and you never want to see it. And no matter how happy or famous someone appears to be, you never know what they're going on in the inside. So if you need help, make sure you reach out for it, because even the strongest people, or who appear to be the strongest, are suffering. Yeah,
he's arguably the most famous and most popular Ranger of the entire series, and
oh yeah, I mean,
not even that is enough to make him happy, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was never into Power Rangers, so when I got picked to do that panel, I was kind of shocked. I mean, I tangentially knew about it. I just wasn't a fan, but. When I was there, I realized how big of a deal it was. You know what I mean? That I was in the Belco Theater with I don't know how many thousands of people, and that they, I remember he was late, and I was talking to Amy Jo Johnson, and I said, "Did you want to wait for him, or you want to just go out?" And she said, "Oh, I don't know. We can just go out, and we'll see if he can make it." And I mean, they're always pulled in 100 different directions. So I remember talking to her, and he came out maybe 5-10 minutes into, somewhere in that vicinity. And I mean, the whole audience like cheered and chanted his name, and he was really funny. And of course, he was gracious and apologized and all that stuff. So yeah, some of our friends posted pictures with him and stuff. So he's well known and well liked in the community, and it's just a tragedy. And then you learn that he had 4 kids, and it just breaks your heart.
Oh man.
Yeah. So 2 people that we've met, well, I mean, I've met and that we've been involved with, and that's why never take life for granted. Always enjoy while you're here, and be a good person is all I can say.
Wise words.
Hey, Brad, what's the one thing you want to recommend this week?
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Do you want me to talk about She Said or Furious 7?
Can we do She Said? That one seems more interesting to me.
I'll just say Furious 7. I've finally seen all the Furious movies now, and it's fun. It's probably the peak of that franchise right there. She said, let's throw up the gong or the horn or something to mark that I got to see a movie in the theater by myself completely.
Oh wow.
This one. So yeah, get all the sirens out, because mark this is a monumental achievement.
That's awesome.
A rare occasion. Sadly, not a film I would want that to happen for. Kind of important subject matter, but I will say it's kind of a difficult movie to make when I'd say 2/3 of it are, hey, we're traveling around and trying to talk to people who don't want to talk to us. And then the climax of the movie is literally the writers and the editors staring at a computer screen, proofreading it. So like that stuff is pretty weak. Like they're looking at the screen, checking all the grammar, and like the music is swelling to make it seem more intense than it is. But it is kind of funny to just like watch like 5 or 6 people looking at one monitor, trying to make sure that the article and the information is correct, and you can't read it yourself. You're just watching these actors do it. There are a couple real life victims, like Ashley Judd are in the movie, and so they get to portray the actual. I didn't even say like what this movie's about, did I?
No.
We're just assuming that people listening right now know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I guess you are.
It's a dramatic retelling of the Harvey Weinstein scandal. So it's not a documentary. It's Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan playing the New York Times writers who broke the story, and they published a book about their experience breaking that story. And this movie is based on that book. And so yeah, they go around, and like most of the movie is they try to pick up leads, and they travel to go get actual on the record people, and everyone's saying no because they don't want to, they fear the backlash from Harvey or just the backlash from the public. And so yeah,
how did they get wind of the story first? I mean, I know that it broke, but I don't know the like intricacies of it. Is it the Family Guy joke?
What's the Family Guy joke?
Seth MacFarlane mentions it at the Oscars.
Oh, no, I can't remember the actual first, because the movie starts out as a prologue when like the one writer's covering the Trump campaign, and like those accusations did nothing, and they went nowhere. So yeah, I forget what this other post writer, the Zoe Kazan one, she picks up on something, and then the other one, Carey Mulligan's like off on maternity leave, and she's so like depressed, that nothing she did mattered, and so she reluctantly jumps on board with this story. And I can't remember what the first thing was. I think it was just someone's like a phone call or something. But yeah, it just like one accusation like snowballs into this, and they just pick up on more and more leads, and they travel, and then they start to just meet these women, and they tell their story, and yeah, some of them are actual people like Ashley Judd, and they also like fake Harvey Weinstein and some other people. And I can't tell if some of the phone calls because some of the phone calls sound like the actual recordings of things. So there might be some actuality in there. There's like Rose McGowan's in there. So yeah, I don't know if they do a good blending of like, I felt like they're real, but they might be recreated for legal reasons. But like I said, it's they go to this one woman, she doesn't want to talk. And also a lot of them don't want to talk because they have confidentiality agreements that they can't break. And it basically comes down to they find one woman who didn't agree to that and got away. So she got to be on the record, and then Ashley Judd just decided, damn the agreement, I'm going to put this out there anyway. So yeah, there's like some woman in English, I think she was British, yeah. She just happened to escape him and didn't get the contract made and signed. And there's like different aspects of like how gross the contracts were. Like they couldn't like even go to HR with like other problems, or they couldn't like talk to therapists about anything. They're like really restrictive. So they do a good job of showing how overreaching and heinous Weinstein was towards these women. So
interesting.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it would be more effective as you'd rather just watch the documentary and have the real stuff in there than just kind of watching these two like these actors just recreate things that can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah,
saying it's one I'm going to see for sure.
Yeah, I think it's important, but yeah, I don't know if it's the best realization of that story. I think you almost kind of sit there like hoping, like, you don't hope, but like you're sitting there just thinking like, I wish the drama was a little higher for this. Because there's like one part where Zoe Kazan's like walking down the street because she just talked to uh, the CFO of Miramax, and that guy is super spooked and doesn't like, he's being really vague about everything, but he still agrees to go to like lunch. And so when he ends the meeting after like 5 minutes, she's walking down the street and there's like a Suburban that's like following her, and that, you know, that's the extent of maybe Harvey Weinstein has like all these strings he can pull to like threaten to like murder people, you know.
Wow.
But in real life you're probably like, yeah, that's like, that could just be a coincidence, you know. Like there's nothing that heinous. It's just a lot of him being awful in phone calls, and obviously the accounts of how like the women are like physically abused. So, you know, the movie never shows that. It's always just through the audio. So,
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I'll recommend is actually I was told to watch this movie from Carol Hart. It's called See How They Run, and it is a murder mystery starring Sam Rockwell and Saoirse. How do you? I always
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan, yeah, as two police officers that are investigating the murder of Adrian Brody, who plays a director from Hollywood who is in England to watch an Agatha Christie play called Mousetrap that he's adapting for the big screen. And it's not a spoiler that Adrian Brody's the one who's murdered, because he's murdered in the first like 10 minutes of the movie. And it's kind of like Knives Out, but a little sillier. Where there's a lot of goofiness to it, mixed in with the murder mystery, where you know, Knives Out, it's really character driven, and the characters, while they're funny, they're a little more I don't know the right word how to describe it, but the movie looks great. It takes place in the 1950s in London, and there's just a lot of little clever dialogue to it, that it's just fun. Like, I don't know the best way to describe it. You're just following these two detectives throughout them trying to solve it, and there's kind of funny things where the writer of the movie, who is also the writer of the play, said, man, flashbacks are so lazy, and then the movie will go into a flashback to describe it. There's a couple things where I saw coming a mile away, and I thought the resolution of the murder mystery wasn't as cool as that they originally presented it. But they also presented it in a way where there's character traits that are exploited or exposed, and they come back to bite certain characters in the butt throughout the movie. So it's really fun. The production design is really cool. The acting in it's really great. So if you want to watch, because I mean, I don't know, would you even say Knives Out is a serious movie? I don't know. But
yeah,
I guess the best way is
I'd say it's a comedy.
Yeah, it's a little sillier though. See How They Run's a little sillier.
Yeah, I wanted to see it. It just fell on like a bad spot in the calendar for me.
Yeah, it just happened to show up on HBO Max. So, which is weird because it's a Searchlight film. So I guess Disney loans out the Fox stuff.
Well, I think that with the history of HBO, like, you know, because before HBO Max, they were taking movies from all studios for cable, you know. So I guess
I'm guessing you're probably right. It's probably the cable rights too, because I'm guessing they show it on HBO as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it's hard because I don't want to spoil the movie, you know. But just know it's pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked a little slapsticky in the trailer, if I remember correctly.
And that's a good way to say it. It's not over slapsticky, but there is some pretty silly moments in it. But yeah, it's like I said, I wish that I actually wish they went one way with the resolution of the mystery that happens about 3/4 of the way through. And, I knew it wasn't going to end up that way because of how much time felt like there was left in the film. But it was fun. And the character and the costume designs were really cool. And there's, it's also kind of meta with how it all plays out. So yeah, you should see how they run.
Yeah, next time I get HBO Max, I'll put it on the list.
Cool. Speaking of which, our film of the week next week is we're doing Knives Out next week?
Yeah, I totally forgot. I was gonna say Fablemans, but yeah, the Knives Out's kind of a 1 week deal, so we should probably get our asses. I already have my tickets for Westminster on Thursday.
Yeah, I might do it Thursday too. I mean, I'm working, but Laura and my kid are going to her mom, so when I get off work, I'm guessing I might be by myself, or they might be asleep. So
yeah, I think I did the latest showing, which is like 10 or 11. So if you want to join me,
oh yeah, for sure. If I can get down there, I'll definitely do it.
But yeah, they're all at Westminster, which is kind of rough, but
that's okay.
But it's kind of like a 1 week engagement, so we can do Fablemans or Strange World or whatever following weeks.
Perfect. Well, cool, Brad. Thanks for doing the podcast a little later tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, always gives me more time to do stuff too. So
cool. And
I'll do my best to get it out there relatively soon.
It's okay. You're working on a movie.
I can't believe Film Solution 2012 went by for like a whole 2 weeks before anyone said anything that was the one from 10 years ago.
Oh, it's funny. I was talking to Carol actually this morning. She said, "Oh, so nice to hear you three again." I said, "Oh, yeah, we accidentally put the wrong one in the feed." She said, "Oh, I thought you were going to let us listen to the old one and then the new one would come on," which I actually think is not a bad idea. It'd be 6 hours, but
as one incomplete episode, that'd be
maybe
something.
We can keep them separate, then we can do like a bonus one where they're together. I don't know.
Yeah, all I know is I put the real new one back into its place. So if you're on Stitcher like me and you just go back, like listen to the old one all the way through or skip to the end and then replay it should play the new one in its place. So but yeah, we probably should just like put a link from the Facebook page of the old ones when they come out, I guess.
Cool.
But,
see you at the movies. Bye.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast, Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it.